If the misidentification is addressed, then the very root of imagination is cut. The very one who could be ignorant vanishes, and with him his ignorance.
So it seems like, though, that spirituality isn't asserting one thing or another. It's not asserting the mind in any sort of way. Not asserting... Because the way I'm using it is to say that I'm bound is an assertion.
Yes.
To say that I'm free is sort of the opposite side of it, too, right?
Could be.
Maybe it's closer to reality, at least.
Could be. It would depend upon what was regarded as the I.
Yeah. But the Maharshi, as you were saying, is silent. It's...
Because of non-duality, that is, the true self alone exists. One without a second. There is no other. There is no differentiation, and therefore no duality. So he is silent. He is the silence.
Because ignorance is burned up, there's no mind to assert at either side. So I guess the goal of the aspirant is to burn up, destroy that ignorance upon which it rests.
Yes, including the idea of an I, or an existent mind, who could have darkness or ignorance, fossils and what have you. If there's overgrowth, there must be a seed for it. Determine what the seed is, or if there's a seed. If there's a fossil, there must have been a living creature. But if the creature itself was never born, can there be a fossil?
Well, a fossil is, a lot of times it's just something that was there, no longer there, but...
It's just an impression, but it's no longer there, but an impression left behind.
Yeah, exactly.
In this case, though, in the case of the truth of the self, there was no creature. So how could he leave an impression? Moreover, your being, which is consciousness, is like space. Who can leave an impression upon space?
So is that destruction, it's not it wouldn't be, obviously.
The inquiry that brings about the realization of the non-existence of the ego, its eternal non-existence, is the destruction.
Yeah, that has to be known. It becomes more and more clear that without that, you have nothing. I mean, I should say nothing, but that's so important, so pivotal. Because without that knowledge, sprouts will occur.
With that knowledge, there is no basis for the ignorance, and reality alone is. Not too long ago, we were discussing how if your nature is jiva, when will the jiva become Shiva? If your nature is Shiva, when would Shiva ever become a jiva? This is made clear in Shankara Swapnanarupanam, also in an Upanishad.
But
the thing to do is to know how your nature is only Shiva and never a jiva, only the real self and never an individual. This then is just a knowledge of who you are, not a transformation.
like imagination. It's essentially transformation. Anything in imagination.
But in the realization of immutable being, what transformation would be possible? But ignorance is the dreaming of a transformation in that which is without modification. It is the assumption of individuality in space-like undifferentiated being.
He's adding something on to trying to achieve a goal which is already achieved. I mean, it's really trying to achieve itself.
Yes, one knows that as the quest for happiness.